provide security, and you know that security is very, very critical to the safety and success of any election. So that's it. We'll continue to follow the developments here. A lot is happening, and certainly still a very fluid situation here, which we're monitoring.
Indeed, Uche. Thank you very much for that update. Uche Okoro for us in Port Harcourt. Away from Rivers State to the National Assembly, where President Bola Tinubu has transmitted 4 fiscal policy and tax reform bills for consideration and passage. The fiscal policy and tax reform bills by the Federal Inland Revenue Service for consideration include the Nigeria Tax Bill, the Nigeria Tax Administration Bill, the Nigeria Revenue Service Establishment Bill, and the Joint Revenue Board Establishment Bill. The proposed tax reform bills were contained in a letter addressed to the President of the Senate and read on the floor of the Red Chamber.
The proposed tax bills present substantial benefits to align with my government's objectives and fiscal reform and economic growth by enhancing taxpayer compliance, strengthening our fiscal institutions, and fostering a more effective and transparent fiscal regime. In this way, I am confident that these bills, once passed into law, will encourage investment, boost consumer spending, and stimulate the Nigerian economy. While I trust that the Senate will, in their usual expeditious manner, consider and enact these bills into law, please accept, distinguished Senate President and distinguished senators, the assurances of my highest consideration and regards. Yours sincerely, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Staying in the National Assembly, a bill seeking to establish the South-South Development Commission has scaled second reading at the Senate. The bill was read for the second time following a unanimous decision by a majority of senators after contributions to the debate for the establishment. National Assembly correspondent TVC News reports.
For the second time, a bill seeking the establishment of a South-South Development Commission is up for the Senate's consideration. The lawmakers had earlier set aside the bill on the argument that it may duplicate functions of the already existing Niger Delta Development Commission, which had been a subject of controversy in the past. However, Senator Asukwa Ekpenyong, in his lead debate, is convinced that the establishment of this commission will bring lasting development to the region and also resolve recurring challenges, particularly infrastructure deficit, environmental degradation, and militancy.
The South-South requires a commission that is exclusively dedicated to our region, that understands our unique issues and can craft tailored solutions for them, just like the other 5 geopolitical regions.
Senator Ekpenyong seems to have been able to convince his colleagues on the potential benefits of this establishment as they unanimously threw their weight behind the bill.
It's not a geopolitical commission created. It was created to manage the issues of development and crisis emanating from oil-producing communities.
6 geopolitical zones in this country seemingly would have their own development commission. So excluding the South-South might appear to be a sort of injustice.
The upper legislative chamber had also discovered some errors in the establishment bills it earlier passed pertaining to the composition of the governing board of the Northwest Development Commission, and also expunged the clause regarding appointment in the alphabetical order of the leadership of the Southeast Development Commission, and has begun the amendment process.
We are now proposing will enable another state to produce chairman, another state to produce a managing director, provided that it rotates among the states of the Southeast.
The development bills have scaled second reading and have been referred to the relevant committees for further legislative action. The Nigerian Senate reiterates that it will guard very jealously its powers of consideration and confirmation and will at no time relinquish such powers to the executive arm of government. TVC News, Abuja.
President Tinubu orders investigation into recent cases of boat accidents. We have that story and more after this break.